here. Alright, welcome everyone who's watching on the video, on the VOD. Just getting a couple more things ready as we get ready to go into this VOD review. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So, let's break this down. Here we have a Plat match, a league match between a couple teams ranging from about gold to Plat. Team yellow is my team. Team blue is the enemy team. Um, this is the first time I'm doing a review in the new replay system, but it will not be the last. I'm hoping to do a lot of these going forward because I like coaching, so this should be fun. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, so let's skip along.
Ready for battle.
These comps aren't going to be the best because it is Plat, but all right.
Ready for battle.
Okay, so right here we can already see what the two teams are running. So my team is running bunker-ish, Orisa, Hammond, Moira, Zen, and then Widow, Reaper. Okay, very suboptimal. The Orisa pick is not bad. Having a bunker on King's Row point A defense isn't bad. Zen pick isn't bad. Moira should most definitely be. What's up, TC? Welcome to the stream. The Moira should most definitely be a Mercy. Reaper, I think there are better options than Reaper. Probably could go Junkrat. Could maybe even go maybe Farah here, but there's better options. And then I would say Diva over the Hammond, but if you're gonna stall, I guess Hammond's not terrible. He has some good staging areas. It's not awful. What's up, Kigo? Welcome to the stream. The other team running a little bit more something you see common in Plat, a little bit more organized, I'd say. You got the Ryan Zarya 222. You got the Widow. You got the Far Mercy, and then the Moira. Usually in Plat, it's not the most optimal, but having the two main healers isn't terrible, especially when your team is not as adept at not taking damage. So they're using the Moira to keep up the tanks, and then you got the Far Mercy up in the sky. So it's not terrible. It's not a terrible option. And then you got the Widow. So I want to watch something because I did cheat a little bit. I did watch a little bit of this before. Wow, this is freaking out big time. Okay, so this is the opponent's Widow. Now, if you're gonna watch something, I want you to know something here. So watch. See, he has full line of sight on my
5,
team's Widow.
4,
The
3,
Sparrow would get out of the way.
2,
He knows exactly where the other team's Widow is. Okay, where my team's Widow is. 100% he knows where he is. He's gonna be able to line up his shot. Now watch what happens here.
1. Attackers incoming.
Bang.
Defend objective A.
Huntress sees blue team's Widow. The problem is he has to react. He has to wait until the doors open, and he has to wait for it. And the view from Huntress's perspective is different. It's a lot harder to see exactly where the head hitbox is, as opposed to Acid's view, where he sees exactly. All he has to do is wait for the doors to open and bang. He's going to be the first to react, and uh, that's it's just bad positioning. And Huntress needs to be able to kind of hide or be in a position where he's less noticeable, because Acid is at the disadvantage. Everyone knows Acid is a Widow usually plays at high ground, so he's at the disadvantage. Huntress can go anywhere, and then Hello is damage boosting him, so he's gonna be able to get the first shot off without a doubt, because Huntress doesn't have a Mercy damage boosting him. So ultimately, it's just much better for Acid in that. Would you want to hear our comms during this? Not for this one, to be honest. I'm just kind of looking over some mistakes, some broad mistakes here. Okay, so he gets the first pick. Moving in. Okay. This is the problem with Hammond. This is where I'm not sure how good Hammond is in this particular instance. He comes in, but what's he going to do? I mean, he's not going to. He shouldn't die per se, but he's not really doing anything because his team isn't in a position to do anything. So let's look around for a second. Reaper, that's me. I'm in that hotel there. I can't do it. I'm still at least 2 or 3 seconds away from doing anything. Our Widow's dead, so it's not like he's popping people up for a Widow to get a shot. Maybe Orisa could get shots here. And maybe Zen, but that's not really doing anything. It's too early in the fight to really be disruptive. It's not really gonna. The only cooldown it forced out was Moira Orb. It doesn't even force out Self Bubble. It doesn't look like from the Zarya. So it's a little early. And if that's a little bit more coordinated, then Reaper could come in and help out, and maybe you could start chunking down some damage. Or if Huntress is alive, that would definitely be a good use. But it just seems like he felt like he had to do something, and because he had to do something, that was the only thing to do, instead of being more patient. So it's not necessarily it's not horrible, but it's not the best play. And see, instead it forces out his shield cooldown, and he's just taking pot shots from Widow. It didn't do anything. Everyone, Ginger hasn't even broken out of his armor yet. Shadow took no damage. The Moira's damaged, but it's not really doing much. Good analysis, Zybus. Good analysis. Alright. So Yami is weak, but he's just gonna get healed up there. Look how far behind I am. Okay? Now, first off, this is an idiot leap, and I'll admit to it. because if that Widow is worth a darn, I'm dead. I have got big head hitbox. I am well in the open. I am just begging to get my head taken off. Now, spoiler, I don't, because Acid is not that good of a Widow, to be honest. But if there's any Widow worth anything, I'm dead. That's a good question. Okay, so Farah has already started to come over here. Hasn't gotten his Mercy pocket yet because Mercy had to take care of Moira over here. Um, and so he's just starting to chunk down damage. Notice, because there is no Widow and I'm playing Reaper, there's nothing really to contest it. There's nothing really to contest that Farah. He doesn't even need the pocket. He's not getting touched. But back to the Reaper thing. Communication. That if Pokey says, hey, I'm slamming in 3, 2, 1, or I'm coming in for a slam, I can be in position to make that, to chunk down some damage and at least force cooldowns, at least force attention to the tanks. Maybe we get self barrier out, maybe we get something. But ultimately, lack of communication. We could have even maybe gotten the Moira. But who plays Widow? In this one, Huntress is playing Widow, and then Acid for the other team is playing Widow. Okay, so let's keep going with this. Okay, so I chase people into there, into hotel. Farah, uncontested, has yet to be touched. Okay, I've done a little damage for the Moira and the Mercy. It's taken a little bit, insignificant probably. Farah has been allowed to do whatever, and so 6 is already weak. Yes, TC, I did see you got traded. You're going to Briggs Baguettes now. Sorry to hear that, bud. I mean, Briggs Baguettes is a pretty decent team, but just got traded again. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay. So, yeah, ultimately, pot shots, Farah, nothing's happening to Fight Juice. That's the name of the other team. Nothing's happening to their team. Nothing's happening to blue team here. 6 is already weak, forcing a lot of attention out of Swag Master. Nice name. And so forcing a lot of attention. I'm able to do stuff to the back line. I did force out barrier, which is good. That's good for later, but I mean, ultimately. And let's kind of go after just the composition again. Why on God's green earth is that Risa on the low ground? What advantage does 6 here have of being on the low ground? He has none. No advantage to being on the low ground. He should be up on the high ground, up where Twisted is. And mind you, if he's up there, Twisted can't take that spot because all of a sudden there's maybe Zen there paying attention. There's, more stuff protecting. So that's just really bad positioning. There's no reason to be there. And especially going in King's Row's more common for Reinhardt comps. Death Balls. Death Ball will just run over an Orisa if not touched. If not, the goal of a bunker is to do enough damage from a distance to chip down anything, and then be pretty undiveable by having CC and being in a bug. That's why you usually have like a Junkrat or a Roadhog. Just CC to prevent dives, and then range damage to chip down shields and to kill things before they can run up on you. Because Orisa, once you get past her shield, she's dead. And so it's really a lot of questionable. Vil is maybe the only one in great position, best positioning maybe out of anyone in this game right now, anyone in this lobby. Perfect positioning, because what's going to touch her? Farah could So that's a good point. Farah could take her could take her out, but beyond that, nothing's gonna be able to go get her. Nothing's gonna be able to go get her. So yeah, questionable positioning. And then again, same with Pokey. You want to get on high ground. You want to be able to get your pile driver. You want to stage for the pile driver. Okay, so they start turning their attention to me. More Farah. By the way, Farah has yet to take damage. Yet to take damage. Swag is low now. He's gotten 6 up because Moira's great burst healing. Gotten 6 up, but Swag's now low, and so uses Fade. Gonna have to escape. Poke's gonna try to go into Hotel probably. And now after all this, Huntress is now coming back into the fight. So 5v6 this whole time for my team, for yellow. Force me out. They turn their attention over, force me out. Acid's new position. Again, I wonder.
Defend objective A.
Alright, come on, load in. Okay. So he does that. Kind of watching me here. Okay, so misses that. Widow comes around. Okay, never really had a shot. Never really had a shot there to go with. Okay. It's not bad.
Defend objective A.
Okay. There's the pile drive. Watch the Farah. No one's even looking at her. Not even the only hit scan we have left, the Hammond, has not even paid attention. 6 in stones is one shot. One shot away from death. And you're just not paying attention. And you don't necessarily have to have. This is where, yes, your Widow dying so early kills. It hurts a lot. But this is where positioning. That shield is doing a lot of front-facing shielding, but if you have a Farah, it's kind of useless because she can shoot over the shield. And if your Hammond isn't paying attention, then there's nothing pressuring the Farah to move away from absolute fantastic positioning. Dealing with Farah is a team effort, and it's simple things that can easily be fixed. Okay. So Hammond goes around. I'm forced out on the left side. Moira is forced to use Fade. It's going to go inside the building. Okay, so we got 4 guys, 2 healers, 2 tanks. Poke's going to try and make a play. Farah hasn't been touched. Mind you, they're set up for a Far Mercy. Haven't needed the Mercy so far. Acid is in good position. Well, no, not with the shield, to be honest. Not great position. So Poke can do what here? Unless you're trying to force them out of Hotel. I don't know what the play is, to be honest. I don't know what the play is there on Hammond, unless you're trying to force them out of Hotel. I use my Fade, my Wraith Form to get out because I was getting focused, to regroup with my team. Never touched anything. I don't know. Again, I question what the heck was the play there? What was he trying to do? Because repositioning to what? Where are you repositioning to? You're not staging for a pile drive. You're not. You just used your grapple. I don't know what he's doing. If he was trying to force them out of hotel, maybe. But what if he gets stuck in there or something? He's dead. I just. It's just not high value or any value play, to be honest. And he's just going to roll back around. Finally, Swag Master gets taken out because look, who's just now getting touched up. Let's see. How did who shot? Who ended up shooting Twisted?
Defend objective A.
Oh, that's okay. Let's bring that up a little bit. We've already seen all this. Okay, so 6. So Swag never goes into the room, which would have been a decent play because if the call, and that's important, if he calls, says 6, back up, go back up to the telephone or to the backup point, Swag can go in this room over here untouched and live. Instead, he's low on health. Let's see, does he have... Okay, so he's low on health, no orbs, so he can't heal himself unless he does, like, suckery thingies, which he's not doing. Okay. He has no means of living whatsoever. There's no way he's going to live at all. Because Arisa's not going to burst down a Pharah. Reaper can't. Widow is still all the way over there. Ball has just taken the weirdest flank route to get right back into the same position. He literally goes through hotel to end up back in the same position that he already was in. I'm very confused at that. I'm very confused. I don't understand it. I don't understand that thought process. And so Twisted is for sure going to confirm this kill on Swag. It's without a doubt. Bang. Dead. Next. Okay, so Twisted has gotten a little health taken off. 6 is about to get absolutely destroyed, probably along with me. Me and 6 should now be marked for dead. This is where I say the double main healer is kind of unfortunate because if they have a Lucio instead of let's say a Mercy or even a Lucio instead of the Moira, we're both dead in like record time. Speed boost on, we're done. Nothing we can do. We're done. We're dead. Absolutely. So, yeah. There's nothing Zen can do. Zen's only at 28% to trance. There's no ults in play. This first fight has gone about as bad as possible for us. We've lost 2 people. Now we're going to get our Widow back. The problem is, what does the Widow kill? The healers? That would be ideal. Or Pharah. Pharah. We can finally start contesting Pharah. Which would be great. Get Poke. And get Huntress to start contesting the Pharah. Easy, right? I will say in all this, Acid, I don't know what he's been doing. Because his sightlines... What's he actually shooting at? Zen? Probably Zen. That's the only character that he can attempt to shoot right now. Let's see. What's he looking at? Well, he's looking at ball. He should be looking at Zen. He was shooting at the ball, I'm guessing, given his reticle position. He should be looking at Zen. If he kills Zen, this fight's over. Poke still not shooting Farah. You are a hit scan. Shoot something, please. Does Huntress even have sightlines on? Let's see. Huntress has yet to gain sightlines onto Farah. I'm half. We only have one healer now. I've been tagged up with a Moira, a bad orb, damage orb. Right. That's an interesting charge. See, this is again why you have Lucio. If you have Lucio, you don't need to charge. Here, you can just speed on. Because all that does is displace Orisa. Now, Orisa should still die. If Orisa doesn't die here, I'll be shocked. But all this really does is put Ginger in a position where he can get damaged more and really puts him out of sync with the rest of his team, with the rest of his healers. All the rest of his team is right there. He's up there trying to get damage, which will open him up to Poke and to me potentially. Excellent reposition by Phil. That's a good reposition. Can start getting sightlines there, sightlines there. Good sightlines. Phil's positioning so far been really impressive. Okay. So 6 takes the... Let's see. Does no one want to go in the building? I understand you have to contest point, but you have Poke to contest point. Go in the building, put up a shield, and protect yourself. No. Actually, no. He probably makes the right play. Because if he ends up in the building, Ryan can just chase him down, and there's nothing he can do. So he probably makes the right play, to be honest. Poke's using grapple to, I guess, get fire onto the Reinhardt. Bubble's been used on Ryan. Acid's still shooting at... Well, I guess she can shoot at me now, I guess, but... Still shooting at ball for some reason. If you're watching this, seriously. Why are you shooting at ball? Why? You could shoot me and kill me. Unless the thing is to focus ball. Unless they're trying to focus ball now. Which I think is dumb. Focus Orisa. Focus Orisa and you probably win the fight. I'm still low. I got Orb of Harmony. Fire Strike comes out, I guess, on to try to get the ball. Because again, they're focusing ball for some stupid reason. I had no idea why they're doing that. Ball's got the most mobility, most likelihood to survive. Huntress finally has sightlines on Twisted. Twisted just moves over and says, I ain't getting killed by no Widow. Please. Acid's still doing nothing. Okay, some things happen. Vil decides, hey! This Farah has been a pain. I'm gonna Discord and start shooting it. At least someone has some sense around here. Seriously. Wow. Poke uses his shields, not bad. Ginger's like, look, I'm in... Horns of a Lucio, guys. Because now people are taking damage unnecessarily. Where'd Zarya go? Okay, she's over there. Got hit by the ball, I think. If you have Lucio, Lucio is more valuable than healing. Lucio gets you to places and helps you confirm kills. Because ultimately you want the fight to end fast rather than heal forever and ever and ever. Unless you're playing goats, in which you can do both. See, this is why I don't necessarily like 2-2-2 sometimes, especially on King's Row. You can just do, if you can lean into something, a triple tank even, because Acid right now is useless. Imagine if Acid was a Lucio or a Brig, and they had a Lucio. I'm going to mention that a lot. Lucio, Lucio, Lucio. Or if they were going triple tank, and that was a Roadhog or a Diva. Whew, imagine what they could do. Instead, Acid has done basically nothing except get one shot. Literally has taken one shot that was halfway decent this whole round. Beyond that, has done chip damage to nobodies. Okay? That has been inconsequential. Okay. So, really, really dumb. So far. Ginger realizes, oh, he's got Wraith. I can't get him. They somehow end up back into a death ball again, which is good. Twisted's had enough of Vill's Zen nonsense, so Vill is close to dead and is getting bounced back. So Vill is basically out of the fight. Huntress, though, hello. This is where you should be like, oh, I got the sight lines on anything I want. Twisted is body shotable. You move forward a little bit, and you have two healers ripe for the picking. You can pick whoever you want. Target-rich environment. You can mark whoever you want for dead. And even Twisted, body shot. Don't even need to use a skill shot. Super easy. Again, importance of a Lucio. Should be able to just speed onto the tanks here. They're going to attack the tanks, but it's going to take too long. Okay. This is called just dumb. And I'm sorry, but that's dumb. Why on earth are you shooting the Rhine? Okay, Rhine's low-ish. Pharah's low-ish. Which that should have been called out. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Pharah's low-ish and should have Discord maybe still. Might still have Discord. Okay. There's healers. Because the problem is, Zarya's getting damage boosted and super healed. If they use a Moira orb, Ginger's right back up. Really, Ginger should not die, unless he's dumb. Which, he might be. I don't know. Yeah, there's the Moira orb coming out. Pharah has Discord in plain sight. You could finally take out the thing that's really, really been bugging you the whole time. You need to do it.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Twisted's looking to finish that kill on Zen, which, at this point, how far away she is, I don't see the point in that. Poke is using stuff to try to get out. Hey, Jort, what's up? How's it going, man? Long time. Just doing a VOD review here of some Plat gameplay. But, so Poke's trying to get out. 6 should be dead. Ginger's stabilizing, getting massive healed by every heal, like the most healing ever. Because again, this is why you don't shoot the Rhine when he's got 2 healers still up. Much more valuable to get a healer or to get a Pharah or something of value. Because Vill might be able to is going to get back into this fight, but she won't be able to if Twisted. By the way, Twisted, this is a dumb play too. Shouldn't be trying that. Should be trying to take out one of the tanks, because the tanks should be marked for dead. Like Orisa, the fact that Six is still alive after all this time is idiotic. I can't believe he's still alive. And he casually walks into Acid's absolutely dumb positioning, and Acid gets a kill. Fight Juice, if you're hoping that Acid is actually going to be a key piece to your team, I'm sorry. That is just, you are sadly mistaken. He's in like he's been in the worst position possible for the last 30 seconds, and he lucks into a kill, which should have already been confirmed, and would have already been confirmed no matter what. Dumb position. Ginger, for some reason, he goes for the Fire Strike onto me. Might get something out of that. Huntress, for some reason, still shooting the Reinhardt. I mean, TC, that might be true because you're awful. No, I'm just kidding. No, seriously, that positioning is awful. And I've watched some of this before. His shooting is okay. Like his weapon accuracy is all right. It's nothing to write home about by any means. It's decent. But his positioning this whole fight, besides like the obvious I'm gonna go to the top high ground in spawn, besides that, it's been brutal. He's had no sightlines. He's been shooting into a shield, shooting a Hammond, and he's missed any squishy that's possible. He's been carried by the fact that no one's been able to deal with Twisted. Twisted's never been healed, and he's at half health, and he's probably still not being touched. Okay, Twisted has carried this fight, along with just stupid decisions, ultimately by both teams. They've been carried by the tanks and Twisted. That's it. And I still need a Lucio. I will never not harp on that. Okay, so Pokey is gonna die. Should die really soon. Yeah, that's dumb. I'm sorry, but that's dumb. Acid got lucky. And that just shows no one in this league VOD reviews. No one. Which is disappointing. Okay. Reaper damage eventually overwhelms massive amounts of healing. I've stayed alive because, again, no Lucio. If they had a Lucio, they would have tracked me down and focused me by now. But no Lucio, I get Wraith form and I kill things. I can stay alive long enough to do damage and eventually find an optimal target to kill. This is why it's so important to have Lucio over healing sometimes. Especially if you're not going to run the Pharmacy. If you're going to run Pharmacy, I get it. You want to keep your tanks up and make sure they're up. But if you're not going to run Pharmacy, if you're never going to pocket your Pharah, there's really no point. Really no point. It just doesn't make sense. They called him a carry. I don't know what they've been watching. At least from what I'm watching here, he's no carry. He's lucked. He lucked into the fact that Huntress was in dumb position, and they lucked into the fact that Six and Stones was on like 2 health, and happened to walk into a sightline while he was trying to escape. That's not carrying. That's just you got very fortunate. He has not hit a shot where I've said, wow, that's a good shot. He made a good play there. He made a good shot. Hitting an Orisa that has the hitbox the size of Kansas, or hitting a Widow standing still in bad position, that's not good shooting. That's not good play. Okay, so Ginger's down, but still 5v6 because no one's dealt with Twisted, and Huntress isn't even looking at him. That's awesome. Six is down, Pokey's weak, but still 5v5. It's both teams have lost their main tank, so it's still very possible. Technically, so Poke is, so you could say, but Poke's a main tank. Yes, technically speaking, he is a main tank, but he's doing more of what D.Va would do in this instance, which is stall on point. That's more of his objective here. And so because of that, he's really more kind of an off tank in this particular instance. It doesn't necessarily matter what you call him per se. but it is what it is. It is what it is. So it doesn't really matter what you call it, but he's kind of taking what Diva would do. Again, Twisted's in no man's land. I, Twisted, I've given him a lot of credit, but this is just he chased after the Zen for no reason. He's in decent position. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say he's kind of lucked into good position because he could stand there and fire and be good. He doesn't even have to use use his boosters because Huntress can't shoot him. Who's going to shoot him? I can't shoot him. Poke can't shoot him. Good position. Of course, he's not going to listen to logic. He is probably going to net a kill because Huntress is zooming in here. And unless Huntress confirms a kill, that's great positioning. That's actually really... Like, she could still get destroyed by Poke, but I don't think... Even if Poke has great aim here and hits all headshots, I'm not sure he kills her before she reses. Well, with Discord probably does. Still, you gotta guard yourself from the Widow headshot. It's a good position. That Zarya doesn't have bubble. Let's see. Yeah, Zarya doesn't have personal bubble. She should be dead. Where's their Moira is all the way over there for some reason. Yep. I look super good because they don't have... Because the Moira's out of position and they don't have a Lucio. That's why it doesn't... Intelligence in this game is much better than gun skill. But gun skill can still carry and feed off of mistakes. They benefited from the fact that they didn't chase me down. I should have been dead like 10 times. They didn't. And they paid for it. I don't know if they win this fight anymore. They should have won it like 5 times over at this point. But they haven't. She might get that res. I don't know. She does get the res on Ginger. Will she live? She shouldn't. If Vil can hit a shot or Huntress can hit anything, she shouldn't. Because heaven knows Poke's not going to chase her down. He's going to immediately go on Reinhardt. You watch. Nice shot by Vil. I think I'll end up finishing me. By the way, Huntress, you're dead. I'm not even going to look at that. You're dead. Yep, I get the kill. What did I tell you? Pokey didn't even touch the Mercy. He went straight for the Rhine. He's half. Huntress drops. That's smart. After getting tagged with a rocket. Vil is still the only healer. Which, by the way, Vil, nice work. Just keeping everybody up. Just great work for that. I'm going to try to do Reaper things. Moira's going to... Could you throw a healing orb for your man over there? Because he's going to... Preemptively, you know. Let's see. Okay, she does need juice. Okay, that could be good reason to go damage here. Because you're not going to kill me. Not with health regen, health steal, and all that. There's no way. No way I'm going to die. Vil is good. My gosh, she's really good. Okay, Ginger is dead. I keep saying this. Should be dead. Did you throw a damage orb? Your main tank is the only one alive that's in the fight. There's 4 people who want him dead. And you freaking throw a damage orb. Oh, I love gold or plat Moiras. It's so much fun. Kill him, please. Why are you there? Why are you there? Why are you there? Ginger feeds, but hasn't been horrible. I'll be honest. Oh, look who's still here. Can you actually get into... Look at the position. You could be right up here. Hold on. Camera, work for me. Look at all you can see up here. Wow. You could hit Huntress. You could hit me. You could do damage onto Zen. So many targets right there. Let's see what the targets... Difficult shot onto Huntress. Or not horrible, but it's more of a... There's a lot of bodies going on in there. A lot of stuff. Harder shot on me. You can't see the Hammond, and you can't see the Zen. You wonder why you can't hit shots. At least just go into decent position. Okay, so this is going to be super unfortunate. Ginger charges at point blank range. Huntress is looking at Yami. Again, what position are you in? Why are you there? Why? Swag gets back into the fight. But I'm dead. Unless someone can kill Ginger quick enough. Which, considering our other DPS is trying to duel a full health Moira using the alternate fire, I don't see that happening. Huntress dies because he was one shot. I die because Ginger pinned me at point blank range. Feels bad. Oh yeah, that's all he needs to do. If he was at that position I just showed, he would be able to kill whoever he wanted and kill multiple people. He could get every kill. You want to talk about a carry position? That's a carry position. And he's not getting touched because Hammond can't get up there so easily. If we were playing with a diva, that would be different. But even still, in this stage in the fight, when that's the only tank on the field, even diva probably wouldn't be able to go and contest him. So he has everything that he could ever want for the taking. And that way Ginger wouldn't have to bumper carry somehow, and Twisted wouldn't have to do Twisted things. He could actually carry. Where is he at? Why are you in this position? Why are you standing in this position? Why aren't you at least looking for a different position? A better position? Because right now he's looking and there's nothing there. There's never any... The fight is moving away from there. Huntress died and I died for reasons that were completely not the Widow's fault. That Widow was useless. It was a waste of position. It was a waste of a character. They have won this fight basically 5v6. It's very disappointing. And that's supposed to be a carry. That is... Wow. Wow. That's sad. Twisted might actually die here because he's getting Moira'd. And that Mercy, well, is dead. Glad to see the Far Mercy worked out too, by the way. Ginger is doing everything he can to stay alive. Twisted got into this position, which is really good escape. He's in a much better position right now. Twisted hasn't been perfect, but Twisted's played a good game. A really good game. Acid's still in just position. Just play. Swag was good reposition, but his positioning was weird. Also, why are you DPSing a shield? Let me see, where are you? Swag, okay. Talking about swag? Yeah. I mean, you're a couple away from an orb, so I guess. So Yami's low. There's not any damage to do because me and Huntress are dead. Okay. Poke could finish Yami off, but probably has Fade. Vil is just trying not to die. Damage orb comes out. Maybe that gets Yami. But at the same time, he might die to Yami's damage orb.
Gale!
Yami, oh, he has Coalescence. So ults start coming online. 6 switches to Rhine, which is good. Ginger has ult. Yami has ult. Yami's going to live through this because she has ult. It's hard to kill. If she does any damage and Pokey's right there to do damage, it's hard to kill her out of her ult. It's very hard. You sickened me with that position. Just awful. Ginger's able to get healed. Hammer down onto Swag because we have no shield. Vil finally dies. Poke just bounced, got out of there. And now they can do whatever they want. Nice charge, Ginger. You charged away from your healer. On a... Well, only 6 is here. Pokey's going up from the top ropes. Doesn't slam on anybody. He's just gonna be in the background feeding. This fight's over. The call is gonna come in to just back out. Just let him have it. Poke's gonna try to do a little bit more things. Gonna feed ult charge. Twisted's gonna get into position. So what have we learned from this fight? That was a fun fight to experience. What have we learned from this fight? So 1, Lucio matters. Lucio matters. 2, positioning matters. Okay? Acid was in horrible position the whole time. That Orisa was a horrible position. The best people in position, including myself, I didn't have great positioning. I just got fortunate. Very fortunate. Vil was in really good positioning. Twisted played most of the fight in very good positioning. Shadow I had no issue with. The healers for blue were pretty good, in good positioning. Swag was okay in his positioning. Mostly, and Poke did things that were odd. I'm not sure why. Okay. So point A is clear. 5 minutes to go. Easy. All right. Not first fight win. That was just one fight, and that was a win. All right. So ultimates. Vil's got an ult. Got trance. We're gonna have die. We're gonna have hamster. We're gonna have Moira ult. On the blue team, they're still gonna have Valk. Gonna have wall hacks. Huntress rage swaps over to the Sombra. Acid's gonna have wall hacks. Twisted's gonna have barrage. Beyond that, I would say Shadow's not having. If you're Shadow, I'd rewatch this game a little closer. I can't go into every single person that closely, but I'd like to see what his charge was at for most of the game, because something tells me it wasn't. It wasn't great because he does not have an ult, or even he's only halfway to one. Twisted started to be able to do some poke damage, at least on the shield. And this is a call where 6 specifically says, get behind my shield. Stay behind my shield. Okay? Now, I have to flank because I'm really, to be honest, more of a flanker. And probably because I'm doing it wrong. I don't play a lot of Reaper, so I'm playing it more as a flanker. And Huntress has to, because it's Sombra. Okay? So that makes sense. Alright. Trying to get some early damage. Trying to get the payload. Wow. Where did Poke go? This is another one of those pile drive moments where Poke does, and it doesn't make sense. It's just not smart. It isn't doing anything. He's gonna get what? Maybe a little damage for himself, a little ult for himself, but it's not really doing anything. Not not a great move. Yippee skippy, you did a thing. It didn't matter. I mean, it didn't matter at all. Jockeying for position. Okay. So what happened here? I actually want to see that. How did, in a fight where we're jockeying for position, did he get... Okay. Super easy. Oh, come on.
Objective A captured.
There we go. Okay, we're watching. We're watching.
Enemy contact.
Okay. So that's just unfortunate, it looks like.
I am taking the objective. Reinforce this position.
He climbs up, misses the grapple, messes it up somehow. Bad position, gets slammed, gets healed back up. Looks at that for some reason. Finally decides, hey, I can look up here. Moira's... Ah, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Not bad. It's not bad positioning per se. It's just unfortunate. Pokes in no man's land. Huntress is... Okay, acids use wall hacks. Okay. So we're all kinda... Ah, heck. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Use wall hacks, so... Let's see, what happens with the wall hacks? See if anything happens. We're all kind of staging, kind of staying protected. See, this is where it's deceptive. This is where you think, as it's a carry. Well, he's hit one play where Huntress was obviously seen. One shot where Orisa was, gifted to him, and was 1 health. One shot. He hit a body onto Swag, and look at this. What the heck are you doing? Why on earth are you making this play? That is... It's awful. I know it's upsetting to say, but it's awful. Why do you do this? Because he's going to get his head taken off. Bang! Any Widow in this game could do it. He didn't have to flick. He didn't have to do it. He could line it up. Perfect. He didn't bait it. Huntress didn't bait it. He didn't do anything. He didn't try to bait out a shot. He didn't try to do anything. He just ran there for some reason. For what reason? There's nothing there. He's not trying to get behind the shield. There's no tanks in the area. He's not trying to get in good position for a hack. He's just literally just running. Just running for some reason. He is more protected if he stays inside and hides from the wall. Look at what I'm doing. I'm in nowhere where they can get me. No way. They're not going to get me. Poke's going to die because he's been hanging around the front line for way too long for some reason. There's no one in position to do anything. Oh, he did do Hammond ult for some reason. Again, no good reason to drop Hammond ult there other than to just drop Hammond ult. Didn't make any sense. He's going to go back. He's going to get bailed out by shields. He's going to come back before he's fully healed. So help me if he slams. If he doesn't die here, I will. He doesn't. Hammond might actually be broken. How does he not die? Jockeying for position. 6 is low. Because look who's... Your Moira is all the way back here because she just came off respawn. Vil again is now getting dealt with by Twisted. And Twisted now has ult, and now is getting pocketed by the by the Mercy, so Far Mercy is now intact. 6 just having a little issue with knowing where his healers are. It's not uncommon, it's a little unfortunate, but he should die. Shadow should be a little closer, to be honest. But, whichever. And this is a call. Okay, Vill's actually done great damage onto Twisted. Vill is a beast. This is a call that Ginger has to make. Ryan's low. Ryan's low, Twisted moves over, bang, he's dead. Even if... Now Shadow's focusing, which is great. Twisted needs to be the next one to focus. Coalescence comes out from Swag. Ultimately, that should be to keep 6 up. It's not going to be. Look who's coming up from the top rope. It's Mad Dog. See, I've taken this time to get into position to get to where I want to be with ult. I haven't taken any damage. I know I have ult. I haven't... That's the difference. And I'm not saying I've played a great game. But it's understanding where you need to be and where you shouldn't be. I haven't been in sightlines. I haven't been in sightlines for Acid. I stayed away from his sightlines when I was with wall hacks. Now I'm in position to ult. Unfortunately, my Ryan's gonna die. Almost assuredly. Swag, that has to be on your Ryan. How 6 survives? Where's Twisted? That's actually not horrible position by Acid this time. Where is Acid? Where did he go? He's still alive somewhere. Where is he? Oh, he's on the ground. Man, you gotta get that Ryan. Fire strike him. Something. You gotta do something to him. He should be dead. Again, I think this is important. So Lucio, Ginger's at half. That's not bad. Your team is mostly full health, but you don't have the engage potential. Watch what happens. You don't have the ability to engage. You fights get drawn out too long, and you allow me to do things that I should not be allowed to do. Great ult to keep me alive. Your Ryan, turns out he's gonna get focused, and he's gonna die. And your Mercy's gonna get focused, and she's gonna die. And now, Farah dies. See that? People say, well, it's not that big a deal. It is a big deal. Because healing doesn't matter that much. What matters is positioning, when you can engaging on your terms. And so, because they didn't engage on their terms, they engaged on my terms. Our Ryan was able to stay alive by pure magic. Quite frankly, don't know how that happened. Ginger needs to be able to finish that off. Okay. Ginger needs to be able to finish that off. And because he didn't, I was able to do my thing, get 2 kills, then finish him off, and the rest is history. You only need a couple kills in this game to win. We lost that fight, and because they couldn't advance on us fast enough, they lost it. Lucio, man. I will say Acid seems a lot more comfortable in this street space positioning. Okay. I know what's happening here. What are you doing? What are you doing? There's no good reason to do any of this. Oh my gosh, it doesn't make sense. Why are you crouching there in Widow sightlines, knowing they still have a Widow in front of your shield? What value are you getting? Think about when you make a move, what's the purpose? What value are you getting? He isn't getting any value except for the other team. Nice kill. Again, Acid is not carry, he's just getting gifted stuff.
Damage boost engaged. Just what I needed.
See, runs into a Huntress runs into a Venom trap. Huntress, it's been iffy so far this game. Ultimates gonna be 5 for the blue team because they should have Grav up. They're on a 6v5. Our call has to be to back up big time. Now, I like Zen, but this is why Lucio again. When you're running Deathball stuff and you're running Rhine, it's so important to have Lucio just to kind of help him back up, help him reposition. This is a call where you just have to back up and give ground and hope for a fight at the end of Streets. Try to get a fight at the end of Streets with all your people still intact because there's no way you're winning this fight. All you have left is Rhine ult. Unless Rhine pulls off a great shatter. But they have Rhine ult, they have Valk, they got everything. So even if you pull off a great shatter, unless you kill everyone in that shatter, you're dead. You should lose the fight. Let's see. Okay. Yep. So let's go over that one more time. Let's do it from a Reinhardt's perspective. Scrolling through. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna see the punishment here. Bang. That's unfortunate. That's just dumb positioning, to be honest. And 6 has got to be pulling the pair out. I would be. He's doing Rhine things. Now, Reinhardt's. This is good positioning by 6. Okay? You want, when you're positioning for a shatter, you want to be on the right side of the other Reinhardt. Because when you swing, there's knockback. Okay? And the Reinhardt swings right to left. And so you can knock back the Reinhardt, your opponent, and then shatter with the opponent's Rhine shield out of the way. So this is good positioning. Okay, now bad positioning. Back to good. Okay. 62 to ult. Blocked Ginger's ult. That's great. He's got 62 health right now. He's gonna charge. What do you never do? You never charge a shatter. Not just because you can end up in bad positioning, but if you don't directly charge, so let's say you get 3, you could get 1 kill, but if you hit anything else, if you hit anybody else, then you're going to end up knocking them up and waking them up. Good kill, but ultimately, like you said, Twisted still alive. So yeah, good kill. Twisted finally goes down, but I'm dead. 6 is dead. Vil gets a kill. Xiao gets rezzed. We used 1 ult. They used 2 ults. I think it was only 2 ults. Might have been 3 for, yeah, it was 3 because they used Coalescence. I mean, ultimately in the ult exchange, that's good, but yeah, we bossed it. Poke switched to Diva. Poke's gonna die, maybe, or Swag's gonna die. Of course, Swag's gonna get staggered, and that's not Swag's fault. That's Poke's fault. That's a dumb play. The fight's over. Wait to regroup and get a 6-on-6. If that means after the checkpoint, that's fine. You could, at this point, they could maybe get another fight before they finish Streets. But at this point, they're able to push up with impunity. And healing goes through, and they're able to do whatever. EMP goes off because reasons. You're not going to kill anything by yourself. Dumb EMP. Dumb. That's a game-winning, that's a fight-winning ultimate, and you used it for no good reason. You're down a Rhine. Swag's still coming off a respawn. I'm there. I switched to the McCree. Okay. I'm there because I'm not fighting 6. Because it doesn't matter if I get 2 kills. We're just breaking even at that point. And the odds of me getting a kill are slim. So Huntress pays for his arrogance. 6 just tries to get in position. Nice concussion. If you didn't see that, great concussion by Twisted. Got him away from that wall, away from his team, and into a position more friendly for him to do damage. And with no Lucio, that's going to be more difficult. Such an importance to have. That's why it's important to have D.Va, just to be bothersome. He might even die for this, but just to be a pest. Look how much stuff he's drawn out. Forced a farmers, he forced a bubble, forced more resources. He's not allowed to stay up by himself with no resources for the rest of eternity. He needed to get out a little faster, but still not. He needs to understand when he needs to get out, but just the importance of D.Va, even still, even with all the nerfs. Okay. 6 needs to watch out. He's behind the corner. Gets grabbed because no D.Va. Gets shattered because shatters up. Valk. So this is a little overcommitment of ults. You don't need all 3 of these. I think you could have used just Grav and been fine. By the way, what do you expect Mei to do here? What's the point of Mei? I think sometimes we miss that when we pick characters. What's the point of the character that we're picking? Okay. Mei's not going to do anything for the Pharah. Mei's not going to do anything for the Widow. Mei's not going to really do anything for the Zarya. Could be troublesome for the Rhine, and the backline she can't get to. So what's the point again? We're not in a stall situation yet. Let's see, where is the Mei? Mei's on the field, so it's not a stall situation yet. So that doesn't make any sense to me. By the way, good position by Ginger to get that flank shatter. Not necessary, but it's still good. Okay. I don't know how that happened. How do you not kill everybody? How do things not die? Okay, By the way, first grab for Shadow. That's a little late for the grab. Okay, there's grab. Only gets the Rhine, so you solo grab him. What are you killing? Where's Twisted? Okay. Twisted's using rockets. Yammy's in that way. Doesn't seem like high charge enough to fight through the orb. Discorded there. Yeah, there's not enough. Where's... Again. At this point, you're just not helpful. Because all the sightline she had was to take on the Reinhardt. It's just not helpful at this point. He can put up shield and you're... It's just dumb. I'm sorry. Your positioning in the... Honestly, to even play Widow on 3rd at this point, unless you're up in this window here, or maybe up here, it's really no point. I switch on to my own Widow because I'm sick and tired of their Widow. I'm like, skip it. I'm going to try to carry. I don't. We end up fighting back and forth. I choke shots. He choke shots. It's a whole choking affair. Ginger charges, but there's more of us. And then this is where the wall can come in handy. Fights through Valk. We've still lost 2 though. Shadow got through Shadow Blaze. I feel like I'll have to look that up. I feel like I know that name. Shadow Blaze gets 6 and Twisted finishes Poke. Which isn't a big deal that Poke was basically dead anyway. But now Twisted has an ult. No Reinhardt, but not. Okay, stalling point. Get res free. That's actually my fault. I need to be able to. Well, actually no. No, it's not. Twisted is giving me the business. There's nothing I can do about it. I was wondering where Twisted was. He was giving me the business. So res for free. Twisted uses ult, but doesn't really get anything out of it. Shatter again. Get something much better this time. No charging into it. Stays up. Does die for it, but should win the fight. Not prepared for a shatter, to be honest. And this is just kind of where the mechanics of a map can sometimes benefit. It is just defensive advantage. You get the spawn advantage, and you can make things happen. The Mei pick actually turns out to be bigger than I thought it would be. Probably better than it should have been, because Acid has been completely useless. The reason I don't know. At this point, I should. She has wall hacks. Poke gets Twisted, which is great to start with. Horrible play by Twisted. I don't know what. I don't know if that's a horrible play by Twisted or a good play by Poke. Either way, I'd probably lean good play by Poke, just to get him out of that position. Huge. How does that happen? What happens here? The Pokes. Okay, gets the kill there. And just playing around, jockeying for position. Gets the rest. Okay. Ginger just takes a bad route. He doesn't back up to his team. He takes this weird route with 6. I don't think he was booped over there. So he just takes a bad route and leaves his team to die. That's bad. That's a horrible play by Ginger. Ginger costs him 3 kills. Me and Acid are playing around, and I get the kill. Because Acid's bad. I was playing awful, and I still beat him. I was playing awful on Widow, and I still beat him. And ultimately, he wasn't doing anything. So Acid switches to Junk, and Twisted switches to Soldier, which is all good in the hood for me. I'm playing up there, trying to get something to happen. Don't. Ginger charges for no reason. 6 charges to try to get him. Poke goes down from the charge, but not a big deal. This was a great wall. Great wall by Huntress. I am so sorry, Huntress. I badmouth your Mei. It was good. It was really good. That's a huge wall. That's a kill. Great. 6-man shatter. Finish them all off. And we go with a minute and a half. Now you start feeling like you can maybe win it, because they're gonna get their second grab. The problem is we're playing with no ults this time. And that's the issue. We're playing with no ults. So when they're gonna have ults, sometimes that can be the difference. Now Ginger switches, I guess, to deal with me on the Widow. I was only doing poke. I never actually killed anything. So maybe they thought, oh, the poke is too much. It's such a pain. I don't know. But Ginger feels like it's enough to switch to Winston. Excuse me. So he feels like it's enough to switch to Winston to work on my Widow. To try to work over my Widow.
60 seconds remaining.
He totally makes the bubble, his Zarya bubble, useless. That's his fault. That's the Winston's fault. It's either the Winston's. Well, no. Okay, Zarya. It has to be a set play. They have to know that that's how it works, and Zarya has to tell him, "Hey, I'm bubbling you. Take damage." Good defense by Poke. Good peel. I'm able to. Where am I? Where am I in this mess of people and places and things? I have dropped down and I'm over here now. That's not where he wants to be. He draws the help of hello. And still jockeying for position around hello dies. So I do kill something. Ha 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 ha. So I get a kill. Already I've done just about as much of it as Acid's done. That's kind of sad. Winston's going to come at me again because heaven forbid you can just have anything. Where's Poke in this? Yeah, Poke stayed up here for some reason. He doesn't have any sight lines, and unfortunately, because of that, there's no threat that he could eat the grab. And so Shadow goes nuts on us. Ginger's able to do that. Ginger kills me, which is the only kill out of all of that, so that's kind of impressive. But everyone was weak. They just wait out the blizzard. They have massive amounts of healing. Acid's raining from above. Vil with a good play there. Shadow's discorded. Skin pocketed, twisted. Tries decent bout bomb. See, I didn't think Twisted did poke damage. He did stuff, but he didn't do anything meaningful until he got ults. And so me and him were having a conversation yesterday. He's like, "Oh, you didn't fear my soldier?" I'm like, "No, not really," because it really wasn't doing anything, to be honest, until he got ult. Ultimately, in this position, we have one, which is Trance, which is super good. Huntress switched to the Pharah. Heck of a time to switch to Pharah. He's got Tac Visor now. Not sure what the thought process was there, to be honest. They're in better position to deal with it now with the Winston and the Soldier than they were before, I think. Shadow's by herself. Gonna get focused. Not gonna die. Good healing. Forced out Trance. That might have been a little early Trance usage. I think 6 could have survived. Even without swag. I think 6 could have survived. Huntress does get the kill. What the frick happened? Hold on. Actually, this view probably is the best.
Helden sterben nicht.
Nothing happening.
10 seconds remaining.
Where's Poke? Poke's down there. He needs to be contesting that. Okay. Let's follow the Zildred there. Totally misses it. Okay. There's a res happening, so Vil's focused on the res. I'm waiting for the Riptire. I need to shoot it. That's on me. Should have killed it. Unfortunately, just the way we were positioned, it got all of us. And so that's on me. We lost that because I didn't shoot it. Alright, and so that's a lost fight. Acid has won that fight with Rip. Poke. Stall. Bo's gonna stall. And now we switch to stall heroes. So Huntress switches to Bastion. Okay, word to the wise. Bastion's not a stall hero. It's not. This isn't Plat. Well, this is Plat, but this isn't comp where you do that. No. Bastion is not a stall hero. A stall hero, and Vil actually, that's a decent thought. Baptiste can actually be used as a stall hero because of immortality. But a stall hero, Tracer, Lucio, Doomfist, maybe Baptiste. Diva's good at stall. Hammond's good at stall. And May, a character he was just on. Swag gets punished quickly. That's just unfortunate. Can't do anything about that. Come in. So the Bastion does get Ginger. The problem is, the issue is, they can hide on that other side of the payload. I'm able to get Shadow. We could maybe stabilize here. Hello goes down. Fill with a nice play. And we stabilize. We're able to... It's overtime. And we win. Ish. They don't complete the map. I still... It did get a couple kills, but I systematically have issues with Bastion as a stall hero. I systematically have issues with that. DTD, 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 DTD.
Ready for battle.
Okay, DTD, DTD.
Ready
Does
for
whatever
battle.
a spider can.
5,
Okay, so
3.
I take time to get over here. So, Team 2 is doing bunker the right way. Where are they positioned? High ground, with a Baptiste, and a Junkrat, and a Bastion, and a Diva for contest. Twisted's gonna, or Ginger's gonna come up there. They're in. They're doing things the right way. We have this kind of weird mixed comp kind of thing. We got Lucio, finally. We got an Ana, which is good. I like Ana. We got Tracer, because I'm good at Tracer, to be honest. And then Ryan, Zarya. Okay? We should lose, because you really need Winston Diva to deal with this, and we don't have that. So we should lose.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
So here we go, coming out of the edge. Look at that. They're already looking at the Widow. They're looking at the Widow. They're trying to get him out of that spot, because you can take him out of that spot. It's an obvious spot. You don't have to make yourself completely known. You can actually take little routes, make it be at different spots. You don't have to show yourself beforehand. So now, he's going to try to peek at what? What are you peeking for? You should probably be switching right now. Twisted, I don't know what you're doing over there, bud. He's shooting nothing. He's shooting a shield. Twisted's trying to get aggressive with the positioning. That's been fire struck. He can escape here with mines, because we don't have Zarya to deal with it. I mean, we don't have a Diva to eat the... Oh. Twisted's just staying in there, and ultimately he can do whatever he wants. Now the whole goal for me is, I'm just trying to kill something or to make a distraction happen to try to disrupt it. It's not the best play. And Lucio's job is to try to get around and try to boot people off. Huntress is going to switch. Hopefully he can get damage from above. It's going to be harder because look how narrow this area is to get damage in, as opposed to if he's down here, in which he has all the point to do whatever he wants, like Twisted did. So I'm just trying to get something here, take their attention, while my team tries to do something. I go in, force out immortality. Swag gets killed, but shield's down. We can start moving onto something. I'm forcing them to move. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I'm just dancing around. Actually, let's look at me for right now. I know that sounds selfish, but we're gonna look at me for a second. Okay, what am I doing to try to break this bunker? Okay, I drop down, looking around. Swag goes down. I know this is a lost fight, so what am I trying to do? They're full health, we've lost our Lucio. I'm just trying to take something and make them move. Or if I can get a kill on something. I do a lot of damage, so far not good. If I can farm a pulse bomb, that's also good. Look at that, I'm almost at pulse bomb. I'm not in any danger. I see they drop immortality, our team's re-engaging, we got spawn advantage. I get the stick, I get the BAP. It's not really enough to do anything. They can res the BAP. They are out res now. We've lost the fight though. I stayed in the fight a little long, a little too long. Acid's able to clean up stuff, and we lose. Because this is the problem with the Rein Zarya. They can't do anything. They're just ult charge for the Bastion, to be honest. So compositionally, that doesn't make any sense. So, you know, you can help keep them in there. So I'm going along this right side again. And look, they're all focused on my team. I'm just trying to get them not focused on my team. Orisa starts shooting me. Okay, that's awesome. I see this Junkrat here. Alright, I'm going to try to take him out if I can. And they start dropping like flies on me. Huntress is able to take him out. Twisted called for the peel. So now that bunker has now been gone from super protected to now there's chinks in the arm. Now there's a little less. We've started to separate things. This is the power of Tracer. Where's Huntress? Okay. So my Ryan has gone here. He's being protected. That's good positioning by there. By him. Pokes over here. He can hug that wall. This position is better for the attackers because they can hug the wall and be safe. Weird. Okay, and Huntress went for the kill there. Okay, nice. Look how the first play by me and Huntress coming in, it forced them to go into the corner. Going into the corner is better than being in that first position because now we can hug the wall and we can do things. The 6 can do things on the point without getting instantly wrecked by the Bastion. Okay, now we forced people away and gotten a kill. Huntress will need to be healed, and this is why you need to have a Mercy here instead of the Ana, which I just thought of now. You should be running Far Mercy, but either way. Shadow's low, he's drawing attention. Mercy's in no man's land. If anyone gets a kill onto one of these 3, they're gonna have to come. She's gonna have to come all the way back. Key things start happening. Where am I? That's a key thing. Seal's up there. I backed up to here because I don't remember why I was... Oh, I was getting a health pack. Okay. Start doing stuff to Shadow. Let's see. Concussion mine goes off, but it hits the shield. It doesn't do anything. Huntress pays for it. Hello? I'm sorry. You're gonna die here. Floated right into me. Takes a second. Dead. Okay, now we're in business. We've lost Huntress, but they've lost... Twisted's still coming back from spawn, which is a longer spawn. He's still at spawn. He just respawned. I got their Mercy. We've lost Huntress, not that big a deal. We still have a DPS. We still have a nano. And look at our tanks. They're on point getting progress. That position stinks. They can stay here and live forever with only Shadow to contest. Getting them off that first position, getting them to second position is huge, especially if they don't go back to first position, which they should have done. Shouldn't have dropped. Just no reason. You have your D.Va to contest point. He's getting greedy here. You have to just rely on your D.Va to contest point. You should have repositioned or rotated. Because there's not really anything those two can do or kill. We focused on the D.Va. Rein pins Ginger. Ginger dies. Sleep comes in because they have no shield now. The bunker's busted. No shield. Slept. I remember specifically Vil calls for the sleep. Calls the sleep. Says don't wake him up. We've won the fight anyway. I can now come up here. That's a bad window. Twisted comes back. We have beat. Okay. I go up to try to take him out. Can't do it. Instead, I'll just sit there. I'm shooting at nothing, to be honest. I should be shooting at the immortality field. But once they drop, it's over. We've won. They positioned well at first, but minor things. Twisted staying on the low ground, not a good position. Ends up getting him killed. Then everyone going to try to save him, forces the split. We're able to get good position because we're able to hug the wall. Then Ginger dies. Ginger drops before he really has to. Then he drops a shield. We get the sleep. And it just starts from little pushes, little plays from me and Huntress pressuring the first position. They rotated and never rotated back, and they needed to rotate back.
Objective lost.
And Huntress is should die. Huntress should die here. Huntress will not die. Instead, Shadow will die. I come in and deal with Shadow. They're still playing the bunker. I think that's a bad choice. Because now there's that shield against the Pharah is now vulnerable to a lot more space. Look at how much space you can now start doing stuff to. And I can come in, I got that big flank route that I can do whatever I want to. Shield gets busted. Acid switches over to Hanzo. Shield gets busted again. He drops Bongo, but it's really a bad time for Bongo because Acid is still back at spawn. He's not doing anything. This is again where you should be backing up. Play for the end of streets if you have to. Instead of playing up here, defending up here on a 5v6 that you're just going to lose. Especially with Shadow, he's also dead. So, it's just, we only got 4 guys up, to be honest. There's Grav, they're all anti'd, even with immortality, they're gonna eventually die. Acid's able to pick me off, but it doesn't matter. Res Ginger, it doesn't matter. The fight's long over. We didn't win that fight, they lost it. That's the biggest thing. And now because you have no Lucio to escape, and Orisa's super immobile, she's just gonna end up getting staggered. Acid can only do so much here. And dies. Twisted's over in the corner here. I try to deal with him a little bit. Now this is a position he can maybe start doing some stuff. Ana tried to get that high ground. Vil, I think, is going to make a great play. Oh, gets anti, dies, but I think that's calls it out. Yep, calls it out. That's an easy kill for me. Vil with a great play. Good call out. Unfortunately, she dies, but that's still a great play. Shatter. This was actually a great play. So, I want to watch that back one more time. Not communicated, which should have been. So Vil does this thing. I finish him off. Okay. So, I stuck acid. I just wanted to get acid, to be honest. And then he was around others, so I thought, oh, maybe I could get more. As soon as that happens, huge shatter by 6. Acid can't get out of the way. That's a 3K full. That looks like a great play by me, and it's not a bad one. It was a good stick. But that's made into a much bigger play by the fact that it was comboed by a great shatter. Ultimately, that's something that if we planned on doing it, that would be great. At the end of the day, it just ended up being like really, really good luck. Or maybe 6 saw it, and it's like, oh, maybe I could make a play here. But at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. It was a good play. Kind of a little lucky, but it was a good play. So I'm just pressing up. I get hit. I back up. I'm just trying to get a little extra damage, try to build up to an pulse. Fire strike hit 6. Okay. So we got Hanzo and Devil for the other team, and we got Pharah and Beat and Nano for ours. We have the ult advantage. We have 3:06 on the clock. I feel like we should easily be able to win this. We have at least 3 long fights that we can do. Okay. Hanzo sonar, he sees me. They all see me. Moira comes in to contest. I back up. Only Moira wants to deal with me. Orb comes through. Beats dropped. Here comes bomb. Huge barrage. Good turn. Swag's got enough beat health to stay alive. While they were distracted with me and with all this stuff going here, Huntress was able to get to the back line and do everything. Swag survives bomb because he's got beat health, I think. Great boop by Huntress. Huntress is making a lot of good plays here. I take out acid here in the back. And it looks like, all things considered, we still have Nano. They do have dragons, but we have the advantage. They're already moving the stall heroes, and we're at 2:44 left in the game. We should left on the clock. We should easily be able to do this. So why? So newsflash, little spoiler: we don't. Why don't we? I want to find that out. I haven't gotten that far. So Shadow switches over to the Hammond. He was the Diva. He's switching to stall. Me and Huntress are harassing Hello. Hello's super weak. Shadow is antied. Ginger's oh, I thought that was a shatter. It's not a shatter. What is Poke doing back here? He doesn't have grab. That's weird. That's weird because he needs to be back with his team. We don't end up killing Hello. That's unfortunate. We see if he's over there. He could probably get her. That's the importance of positioning, being where you're supposed to be. Hello retreats. You can still get dragons from spawn. Just gonna take us off the payload. So this just kind of allows them to stabilize. They're gonna get coalescence. We still have Nano. It's time to Okay, we just dropped Nano onto the Reinhardt. Okay, that's fine. He's gonna get touched up a little bit. Our team retreated completely. He didn't. That's a call that has to be made, and Huntress didn't as well. Call that has to be made. And ultimately, that is a call that we should have made. We should have dropped back, let the ult expire, let it get past, and then re-engage. Right now, we have 3 guys who are super low. Huntress is gonna die. Ginger's gonna die. Shadow dies, but they are gonna have respawns. Poke's been in no man's land forever. Not sure what he's doing there. Acid dies. Poke finally gets found out. I get trapped. I'm gonna die. Okay. 207 though. Poke's got grab, even though he just made a lot of bad choices. Okay. Still in good position though. Really good position. We should still be able to win this. We got 2 minutes. But they have 3 ults. They got Rein, Valk, and Rip. And I will tell you this, not one of those ults was talked about. That's a team problem. Ginger's getting ready for a flank shatter. Twisted's here in the back. He's not going to allow death before using Riptire. Hello's in a little bit more open position, but we don't have any sniper or anything that can really contest her, so she's going to be able to get Valk no matter what. We have Grav, we're going to have Shatter, but it's not necessarily going to matter. Shadow, again, Hammonds. If you're going to use your stuff, if you're going to use Pile Driver, call it out, tell people, use it in the middle of a fight. Use it when it's opportune where your team can follow up on it. If you don't, you're just really feeding, to be honest. He feeds his brains out. He just feeds us ult charge. Acid dies. How did Acid die? Okay, Huntress went and found him. It's a good play. Riptire's used. Okay, my goal is to try to kill him and rip. I'm not trying to kill the Riptire. I figured we can bubble ourselves. We got a lot of stuff. I'm trying to kill him mid-Riptire. Let's watch what happens. He's able to get the Zarya, and Vil is super low. She switched to Moira. I do trade that with killing Twisted. The problem is that was our biggest ult. I have Pulse Bomb. I think I called it to combo with. Okay, so me and Poke should be using it in conjunction with each other. I'm trying to poke here. I'm able to get Yami. Well, hot dog. Now we're cooking. I actually want to look at that again. I want to look at this sequence again from me real quick. Okay. That's the Hammond. Not loaded in. Loads in. Okay. Gets past me. Go for that kill. Get the health back. Yami's they're trying to deal with Huntress. I get the kill on Yami. Really poor decision there by Hello. Doesn't even get the res. Okay. Now here's my question. Why are we dealing with Shadow when they've lost both their healers? They've lost one of their key DPSs. Yes, Huntress is down. And we lost Poke, but it's a 4v4, and they have no healers. We have the advantage by far. Okay, so while I'm killing everything, what's happening here? Minute 36 on the clock. Huntress goes down. Okay. Vil is low. Does she have orb? She does not have orb. Okay, she's gonna have to do suckery things to do. She's gonna have to primary fire. Okay. So she's low, but getting healed up by Lucio as well. Okay, they do push up, and that's where I get Yami. Is Shatter used here? Shatter should have... Ginger should be shattering. Okay, Shatter is used. And that takes out Huntress. Huntress was caught up in the Shatter. Okay. So they're low. That's why they're retreating. This was not called out. This is something that has to be called out because I'm in the fight. Like, oh, we're going nuts. They're all super low. It doesn't matter if you're dead or not because the bottom line is you don't have to be dead to be out of the fight. Because they're out of the fight, but they're not dead. So if I'm watching the kill feed, I'm like, oh, I still have a full team. Minus Poke and Huntress. In reality, I don't. I stick Ginger because I'm thinking, oh, winnable fight. I'm not waiting. I can build up another Pulse Bomb. When Poke comes back, he can use Grab. We can just, fire into it. So now we have both their healers and their main tank out. If we had a full team, this was a good play. With Poke coming back off respawn, it's now a super long respawn. But in the situation we know it is, it's not a good play because Vil is low, Swag is low, and they're going to get respawned super fast because we can't just win, we have to win over the top. So in reality, it is a mistake by me. I am making a big mistake here by investing into a fight that we should have backed out and regrouped and just kind of regroup, stabilize, and come back for a full 6v6. But in my head, I think it's still winnable. And because no callouts are made regarding health or whether or not we should stay or go, I've invested ultimate, I've invested time and energy, and ultimately we've used a minute. We've used a fight on a fight that we can't win. So this ends up being a mistake by me and ultimately a mistake by the team because we don't call it out. Gotta call things out. I'm low. We try to re-engage here and see that's the mistake. Because I've killed 4 things, I've killed Junk, okay, I've killed both their supports, and I've killed the Rhine. I look like a superstar, to be honest. I look like I'm doing a great job, okay, doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And I am technically doing a great job, but I'm technically doing it in a manner that actually hurts the team because we engage in a fight that we shouldn't have engaged on because they weren't there doing damage. And so they're going to start getting respawns. And Poke is still all the way back there. And Huntress is coming back. And so we invest ult again. And we get a kill. And we invest another ult. We invest barrier. We're investing this to win it. With a minute left, we have to try to win it. And Poke is back. Poke can use Grab. Shadow is low. Yami uses his. And they use both support ults. So both their ult supports are back. So again, this could be a call where it's like, hey, draw back. Instead, we're going full in. That's alright. We're doing that. Twisted. Doing twisted things. We grab. Okay. We don't really have anything to follow up on it though. Huntress is still back there. And so we don't get any kills from it. We do get Ginger down, but Twisted takes out our Reinhardt. So it's a trade. We remember, and when it's the last fight, you can't trade. It's like 2CP. The respawns are much faster than ours. You cannot trade in these fights. Valk is still up. Still hasn't gone down yet. Our sound barrier is down, but Vil has a Coalescence, so we can get Coalescence up. Yami needs to be the primary target. Yami goes down. Perfect. Hello needs to be the next primary target. Vil's got her right in her sights. Swag should turn around, but ultimately, Hello should die, and Hello dies. I end up getting the final blow for it. Yeah, they're not faster, they're just close. Well, yeah. basically their players are going to come back a lot faster than our players are going to come back, just because their spawns are closer. But yes, you're right. They aren't faster, they're closer. Okay? So we get another kill. We got both supports down. Acid's going to die to the barrage. That should just leave Shadow. Shadow just gets focused and we win. But Twisted is right there. And all we have to do is kill Twisted and we win. Oh, and then wait. We're in a great position here. But Swag went down. Okay, but we're still in good position. We're still 5v whatever. We're still winnable situation. Vil is low. Watch that. Dragons come out. Now we gotta move out. That's damage. Our Reinhardt's back. But Vil is low. We try to kill Ginger. We get Ginger, but Vil is low. Huntress is low. I'm still up. Poke's still up. They switch to a Brigida to try to stall. Vil will die. Vil gets bubbled. Okay, maybe he won't die. Huntress is still low. I wonder if he's calling that. If he is, then he needs to gotten some attention. Okay, who do we focus now? Looks like we're trying to focus Yami. Okay, that's fair. Vil is super invested into this. Huntress has to drop back. We do get the pin onto Yami. Shadow's back though. This is the pain. Now it's a, let's see, it's basically a 5v4 now. It's a more even fight. And Vil is still low. Huntress is still low. Comes in. Vil goes down. Our only healer now is dead. Rutro. Now it's a 4v4. That's why you can't just win. You have to win it unanimously. And that's where, again, focus has to come in. You can't just kill... we have to call things out. Vil should have probably dropped back, gotten healed. Make sure she healed up. Healed up Huntress. And that way we can go in as a team. And Huntress has had to sit back here and hasn't been able to go full bore. He's gonna try to go on acid. I'm low now. I get hit by the Hammond. Swag's back, but now we're in a situation where we're 4v4, we're still evened up, even though Acid's down. Shadow's low. Shadow can go down. Shadow does, but Huntress is dead. Twisted now has Barrage. And the rest is history. Can't just win, you have to win unanimously. You have to do it quickly because their respawns are closer and they're going to make you pay for it. The reason why we were able to win the fight at the end is the same reason they were able to win the fight at the end. Because we were able to switch to stall heroes. We were able to just get a kill here and there, and then we get advantage faster. It's tough, and we had that advantage, and we should have been able to finish it off, but it's important to make sure you call things out. Huntress, even just going for the Mega, would have been a big advantage, because where he was positioned, he wasn't able to do damage, really. He had to step back. And at the same thing, he wasn't able to, at the same accord, he wasn't able to deal with Twisted. Vil, because she was low, she got one shot by the pile driver. And so she ended up dying. Lives are so important at the end there. It's a map we could have won, and it's a lot of mistakes from both sides. Ultimately, it comes down to little plays, a lot of which are super fixable, and a lot of which we can fix. As players or as teams, both of these teams have a lot of stuff they can fix. Ultimately, I think little adjustments and either team could really see improvement. The biggest mistake the biggest mistakes I'd say, one, acid. The positioning by acid was atrocious, especially on attacking point A of King's Row. Um, the just some of the peeking by uh, Huntress and Swag was a little just atrocious. And then ultimately, probably that last fight for us was it wasn't bad because we did get the results that we wanted. We got to where they were stalling and we had huge advantage. Um, so that's not really a bad play. It wasn't that wasn't really the fault. I think also where we were positioning on our bunker and some of where our heroes that we were picking for our bunker were very suboptimal. So ultimately, that has been the review of this King's Row map. I hope you guys found it very educational, and I hope you guys return for more. Super happy to be streaming. Um, I think it was super fun. And I hope to be doing more of these map reviews and stuff like that in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.